friends. I'm gonna adjust us live on screen, so it doesn't look all funky that we're off to the side. Actually, let's see if I get you. How do I get you guys in the middle? Ah, ah. There you go. Right in the middle. Look at that. You guys are right in the center. Look at that.
I
Beautiful
can't. I
faces
don't.
over here. Perfect. All right. As you can tell, I'm new to
Uh,
this whole OBS thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Points of Interest podcast presents Online Friends Simulator live Valentine's Day stream. And I am your host, Francis, aka the other guy, and my two best friends, my two podcasters for life, right here. It's Savannah and Josh. Hi, Savannah and Josh. How you guys doing?
Good.
I am well.
What a Valentine's Day it's been, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been
Understatement.
it's it's been exciting for some. So before we get started, because maybe people haven't heard of, maybe haven't tuned into Points of Interest. Josh, Savannah, you want to tell a little bit about like what the show's all about?
Josh, you go.
It's me trying to hold together Savannah and Francis from total like driving the car off the path, which usually happens about 2.5 minutes into the episode.
Oh,
Uh,
sure.
Yeah. Accurate.
but
Yes.
the Points of Interest podcast, you might call it the most generic podcast on the internet.
Would we now?
I was waiting for the flub.
Yeah, did you notice the long pause there?
and that
My
and this is
brain trying to do things I didn't want it to do.
And this is why I have them joining me for this live streams. I do a show with them, and they're fantastic, wonderful people. And we're gonna actually just talk about like and reminisce, kind of how Valentine's Day has evolved as when we were little kids to adults. So, what do you guys remember your earliest kind of Valentine's Day school thing you had to do?
Yeah, I'm maybe not earliest, but I remember just like every year buying like those tiny little like packages, 30 packs of cards and then putting suckers in them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to buy it for everyone. You couldn't just pick your friends. Like you had to,
No.
if you brought Valentines, you had to bring them for everyone.
Yes.
So you wouldn't get a Ralph Wiggum in the class.
I choose you.
There's
Now,
a picture of a tray.
now there was somebody though, right? There was always somebody that you had a little bit of a crush on in elementary school that you're like, oh, I'm gonna give them two suckers or something, or maybe like the heart shaped one.
Definitely.
Do you remember who that was for you guys? Because I remember my little. You don't have to give a name, but I'm just curious if you guys
I
remember.
don't. I honestly don't.
I don't recall any specific Valentines where I was like, yeah, I want to make sure that this girl knows I really like her.
Well, mine
There-
was
because there just wasn't no.
really okay. Well, yeah, because for me it was like it was an adult. It was one of the teachers that was in the
Wow.
class or in the school, and I was just like, oh, she's pretty, and oh, she's nice, and I'm gonna give her an extra like little candy cane or little not candy cane, a candy heart or something, and give it to her. But obviously, yeah, our love was not meant to be. Sadly, I was a little disappointed. And Josh is like going through like flashes over there. That was pretty impressive.
I'm multitasking.
It's all good. I was just like, psh. I was getting a flashback there. Okay, so
We'll see.
when you're in
You're- we'll
elementary
see
school,
your-
yes, you give out the little candy. Do you remember what specific fandoms you guys gave in your 30 packs of?
I think mine were always like Backstreet Boys.
Oh, sure, of course. No, you have to have them. Yeah.
Backstreet Boys and Pepper Ann, maybe.
Oh my God, Pepper Ann, really? uh,
I was a
when
late
I,
bloomer when it came to Star Wars. That was not a childhood. Was not a childhood thing for me.
Oh, real? Oh,
Surprisingly, yeah.
we're gonna have to delve a little bit deep into
Yes,
that
we will.
because I wonder where you discovered Star Wars. Then, just want to say hello to Right Cal Left Coast for coming and joining into the chat today. Hello, says howdy from San Diego at a Brony event right now. Hope you're enjoying it. I know that the invitation was extended, but unfortunately, I wouldn't have made it to this event. So yeah, what about you, Josh? What was your big cartoon or I guess boy band of choice for your cards?
Um, I do remember there being Star Wars Valentine's and maybe like whatever the popular sitcoms were at the time.
Please tell me you had Seinfeld.
I probably didn't. Because I'm not a fan, but I mean, they probably did exist.
No, they didn't. Now I'm checking.
Now I was trying to think of like what sitcoms did.
Like Friends, probably, or
Oh.
like TGIF. You know,
A lot of
Full
TGIF,
House.
I think. Yeah, Full House. There might have been an Alf.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I remember my
Definitely.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. I mean, those were
Punky
pretty
Brewster.
popular. You know, you had to get the oh Cowabunga, you're great, and you know you get the little.
I mean,
I'd
that
share a
came,
pizza with you.
oh yeah. I mean, those came later for me, but you know, yes. I mean, those were totally a thing.
Well,
That, the chalky heart candy things that apparently Francis you love.
where I was just gonna jump into that. So you know, with those types of, you know, when you give out the cards, you do give a candy, a sucker or something. What was your candy of choice, and did you have a favorite candy, a Valentine's Day candy, or was it just chocolate, which is perfectly fine?
You know, I distinctly remember in fourth grade, I don't know why, but fourth grade, I got more pieces of Fruit Stripe gum than I've ever had in my entire life. Do you
Oh
remember
my God,
Stripe
fruit
gum?
stripe gum!
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It was good for like a second, and then you're like, oh,
Well, yeah, but they were delicious.
yeah.
I would buy them. I would love it. And the packs were huge. I mean, they were like this. Well, okay, maybe not this thick. I'm an adult now. It's probably like this thick, but they were pretty thick packs of gum, and you had like 20 of them in a pack. And yeah, okay, you would go over all of them in like 20 minutes, but who cared? It was delicious. I thought they were great. But what about you, Josh? What about you? Do you have anything that you particularly were fond of in the candy realm?
I mean, not really having much of a sweet tooth. I remember there being a lot of Hershey Kisses
Oh, sure.
and consuming lots of those. But other than that, I can't really think about a Valentine's candy. You know, outside of just like you said, chocolate.
Mm-hmm. No, what's it called? Because you had the sweet tart, the hearts, which again, yes, I do love. But there's got to be another. That can't be the only staple Valentine's Day candy, is there? Right? Is that the only one that's like, well, that's it? We've cornered the market on Valentine's Day candy.
One time I got a like 1 pound Hershey's Kiss. It was like
Oh yeah.
this big, probably. I think it took me a solid month to eat.
Well, you know, I mean, that's how much they loved you, I guess. enough to give you just a stomach ache for a month.
Yeah.
I've seen like the 3-foot Snickers at 7-Eleven. I imagine somebody does that for Valentine's. They're just like, shit, I forgot something. Here.
Well, it's the only candy bar, I believe, that is the actual size of that thing. Because if you ever get the other bigger ones, they're like individually wrapped or something, and they're in the shape of like, oh, it's a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's really just little peanut butter cups shaped in a cup. But that thing, I've never had it. Unfortunately, I know someone who has. Like, they were excited to buy it. It was very strange, but yeah, it's just a gigantic. You could kill someone with it type sized Snicker bar. But yeah, I guess there really isn't really too many staple candy bars. But just want to say hello to listeners who came in. Happy Singles Awareness Day. Yeah. Sorry. Singles, throw your hands in the air. I like that Josh didn't.
Yeah, Josh didn't. He's like,
Oh,
nope.
sorry.
So then we evolve, right? We grow up, we get into high school, and high school brings us a little bit of a more elaborate setup because now our hormones are raging, right? And we're now liking some people. How did you guys during, it doesn't have to be through Valentine's Day, but just in general, what was your method of expressing your affection towards someone?
I dated basically the same guy throughout high school, and he was in a band, and so I always bought him bright pink guitar picks.
Wow. Wait, why pink?
Because it was Valentine's Day.
Oh. Oh. Did he use them?
I think so.
Did you never watch him play? You're like, here's a pick.
No, I was a really bad girlfriend. Wow. I probably still am, which is why I'm in the situation I'm in now.
Doubtful. Josh, what about you? Did you do anything in particular to let someone you're interested in let them know, hey, I choose you?
No, not really. I mean, my luck with the females is not great.
Even in high school?
Huh?
Even in high school?
Oh yeah, especially in high school.
Oh jeez.
I had no game in I had less game in high school than I do now.
You had luscious locks. You had long hair then.
I had hair. I did have hair, which people seem to enjoy playing with, but it's not what I wanted them to be stroking.
Now wait a minute. Okay, so you. So you appropriate reaction. So you're saying then to me that of all of the ladies who were fondling your hair, none of them were willing to fondle anything else? Like, come on now.
No, I nobody wanted to fondle anything of mine until I was 18.
18? Okay.
19.
Oh, 19. Okay.
And all throughout high school, like, my dick might as well have been on my forehead.
Oh,
because
no.
that was the only thing on my mind.
Sure.
Like, who wants to look at this? Who can I show this to? Where can I put this? Because I was that horny bastard that had zero outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still that horny bastard. At least now I have outlets now.
Oh, good.
It's called masturbation.
That existed in high school. I hate to let you know. It wasn't invented like 5 years ago.
I didn't discover my stroke yet.
Oh, gotcha. You were still working on that swing.
Funny story.
Oh,
I have no problems totally outing myself on this one.
Go for it.
The very first time I thought that I was going to have sex, the girl laid herself out in front of me, and I looked at her whole naked body and went, "Uh-oh, I'm gonna have a problem."
Oh, you pulled from like a.
And showered her with.
Oh wow! You showered her with love.
From like 4 feet away. I still had the rubber in my hand.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
That's what sex was, huh? That was fun.
Well, I mean, at our younger ages, I mean, we could get ready like that. I mean, usually we can just our refractory period was like nothing back then.
Oh, dude, yeah. All I needed was like a glass of orange juice in 5 minutes.
Glass of orange juice and a towel. That's all I needed. And I was back in the game.
No, I hadn't. I didn't just get done watching the Magic Bullet. There was no towel that was needed.
Oh,
Maybe
No.
that's your problem.
Right.
that's the ShamWow. Excuse me. That's the ShamWow, not the Magic Bullet. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Look, I understand. I think of the three of us, Savannah is the odd one out because I didn't have any relations in high school either. I wasn't giving anyone a pick, or nor did I shower anyone with love in high school. So I feel like I'm missing out here. But
I dated a girl in high school. I was dating a girl when at the time when I got hit by a car. I remember that.
oh
I don't
sure.
really remember much about her, but I did have a girlfriend. But we'll use that term very loosely because I think I was just kind of like a dude for her to make other dudes leave her alone or something.
You were her bodyguard. No, you were her. You deterred.
Best friend.
Oh, you're one of
I don't
those.
remember. I really don't remember. That's part of the fun of, head drama is that sometimes you forget shit.
Well, yeah, but at least she didn't say, "You're like a brother to me."
Well, if I can have like $100 for every time I've heard that in my life.
Well, it's acceptable.
I've ever said that.
Look, it's acceptable nowadays. Look at porn. It's acceptable. It's fine. But I mean, I don't I don't condone
Such
it.
a
I'm just saying
friend.
that seems to.
I don't get it.
Yeah, because I didn't. But we had these things in high school called rosegrams or something, and we can anonymously give on Valentine's Day a rose to a student who we were into. And of course, that made everyone else feel like complete and utter dog shit afterwards. And like, I didn't get a rose. You just sit there all lonely. But that was a way that people were able to do it. And I never did that. I just gave a letter. I was one of those note givers. I was like, I'm going to write a note and I'm going to give it to you and I'm going to walk away. Actually, that happened to me more than it happened the other way around. And I guess I was a bit of a stud back in high school because I had to break some hearts. No, I had to break like one, but it was, it was what it was.
Of
But
the
yeah,
three of us, though, you were the one that was pulling overage ladies.
that was when I was 19, though, just like you. That was
I've
when.
been pulling overage, the older ladies than me. I've never done that.
Well, were you
People
interested?
my age don't like me. They're like
With that attitude.
43, huh? This is where you're at. Okay.
Listener's Mate has a question though. Which is worse? You're like a brother to me, or we can be friends, or do they both mean the same thing?
I mean, it's synonymous to me.
Is it synonymous? What's like? How much harder, or how much of the friend zone is a person to you, Savannah, if you were to go with the brother route or the friend route?
First of all, friend zone is a construct by asshole men. Doesn't exist. Girls
Okay.
don't owe you shit.
No,
I just want everyone to know that.
that is true.
Second of all, if I say I want to be your friend and we've made out before, I still want to be your friend. Like, I'm not being like, we should just be friends, and then I ghost you. Like, I'm going to ghost you if I'm going to ghost you.
Wait, did you say if you make out with them first and then you'd say we want to be friends?
Yeah,
Okay.
like you're interested in each other, and then you're like, I
Mm.
just like you as a friend, which I have said yes. Not friend zoned, but I've never said you're like a brother to me.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's not. I mean, that. Yeah. I
What?
don't.
You guys don't make out with your friends?
Um.
Friends.
No.
Exactly.
I never made out with my friend. Yeah. No. I take it back. I did once.
Better friends, Francis.
Well, no, it was for prom, and they wanted to know how I kissed, and I'm like, I guess I'll kiss you guys. Sure. Meh.
Friends that fuck each other are, stay together.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. Okay. Okay, and now listeners may be asking, was I one of those people who would do these special origami like envelope thingies when you wrote notes? So one of my best friends in high school taught me how to do that, to do the weird like pull here, and like it would unravel into some elaborate letter thing. I don't know. Letters and me were a thing for a very long time. I don't know why people prefer to write to me. But yeah, I did. I was that guy who did know how to make little origami letter constructs, just because people. I don't know. That's just how I roll. All right, so now we're in high school. So you didn't? Did you guys ever do that either? Though, did you guys do like the candy, not the candygram, but like the rosegram or like?
Yeah, we had oh, I don't even remember what they're called. I'm trying to think though. But yes, we had those, and it was a lot like. Do you remember? Do you remember Mean Girls, where they had like the Christmas, like the candy cane grams?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was kind of like that, but like usually some jock dressed up in a Cupid outfit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they'd come and like give you roses, and I think it came with chocolate too.
Wow. Okay, that's elaborate. That's pretty impressive then.
Yeah, I always sent them to my friends.
Oh yeah, see that was another. Oh no, that's true. That's the other thing. Yeah, you're right. The even these rosegrams, yeah, you give it to your friends.
Yeah.
If you had the money.
I never got one from my boyfriend ever because he thought they were stupid. So.
All right. Before I get into before I get into the next thing here, let's talk about actually the concept of Valentine's in general. A lot of people hate it. Like a lot of people hate the concept of Valentine's Day. What are your thoughts on the concept and kind of like the tradition that we have with this day?
I give zero shits about Valentine's Day.
Mm.
I have never cared about Valentine's Day. My most recent relationship, we actually broke up on Valentine's Day, right after we started dating. I rejected his breakup, and then we were fine. But every year on Valentine's Day, I was like, it's the anniversary of when we broke up, and he never thought it was funny.
That is funny. Okay, so no go for you.
It was like you were like one of those shitty bosses that was like when you're trying to quit, and they're like, "No, I don't accept your 2-week notice. You're stuck here.
You can't fire me. I quit."
No, I don't accept your 2-week notice. Just leave.
Yeah. In hindsight, maybe I should have just let it, but that's neither here nor there.
Hindsight.
But yeah, no, I don't really care about it. I think it's just another day. I think today I went to Target and did laundry, and that was my February 14th.
That's pretty good actually. I'm doing this with you guys, so there you go. That's Valentine's Day for me. Woo!
This is the most I've done on Valentine's Day in like over probably 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, but okay. So, but before
I saw Deadpool with a girl when that came out. Wasn't that
it came out on Valentine's Day? Yeah.
That it was.
Yeah. I think I did that when it came out. I think I was having some sort of relations with that girl, but it wasn't a girlfriend thing. I think it was just like a insert here thing.
Oh, all right, yeah. For friends with benefits,
Friends who
yes.
have sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was more than that, but I was told it wasn't. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Francis, how has your Valentine's Day been with your long distance boo?
Well, she doesn't like Valentine's Day either, and thinks it's a terrible holiday, and
It is a terrible holiday.
it's just consumerism and it's stupid. And so we agreed not to do anything for today. Today's just a regular day. Even though I did get her something yesterday, and I told her it's not for Valentine's Day, it's for the 13th of February when a 500,000-year-old rock was discovered. Okay, that was what we were celebrating. All right, not Valentine's Day. It was on the 13th. How dare you?
The 13th is Galentine's Day.
13th, Galentine's Day. So, do you celebrate Galentine's Day?
I do. I am in a girl gang, as you may know.
You guys
yeah.
wear like jackets and shit with your names on it?
Yes, actually, we have jean jackets, and we have patches, and we even have matching knives. So
Matching knives.
Yeah, yep.
For-
Don't fuck with us. And we do Galentine's every year. And it's kind of like a secret Santa type thing.
Mm.
And then, usually we get together and have brunch about it, but this year it was all long distance. So
Oh, so did you like do a Zoom Valentine's Day or something?
we are planning to. Not everybody has gotten theirs yet, so we're going to do like a mass unboxing together.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys got each other's stuff.
Yeah.
Very nice. What's funny is, and maybe it's not funny. Maybe it makes total sense, but dudes do not have an equivalent day. We don't have like
Why
a
not?
Palentine's Day or something.
Why
No,
not?
no.
Can't you guys
but
just love
I
each
think-
other and shower each other with gifts?
Well, I mean, if I could have, if I was able to afford it, I would have sent Francis some cream-filled chocolates because it is also National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day.
Oh, fun. That'd be cool. I'd have been down with that. And then I would have given you a way out. I don't know.
It is also National Organ Donor Day.
Do you need an organ?
Yeah,
Those are pretty heavy.
I haven't donated an organ, but I have donated eggs. Does that count?
Yeah.
I mean, that came from an organ.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't donated semen yet, though. But
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know if there's. I don't know if does anyone really need that anymore? Does anyone really want that
I
anymore?
don't know if there's as much of a call for the semen as there is
Yeah.
for eggs.
The process is much different, and I won't get into it unless you want me to. But it's way more difficult.
Oh yeah. Well, the speculums are involved, and we don't gotta do that over here, right? Don't tell us. It's okay. You don't have to go into detail.
I can. I
No
can
detail
absolutely
necessary.
go into detail if you want.
Happy Valentine's Day. Let's
Happy
talk about
Valentine's
how eggs are extracted from the uterus.
From my one remaining ovary.
No, that's okay. We'll save it for Points of Interest podcast.
You got it.
That'll be the topic of next week. How to remove. But yeah, so then okay, now we have all been in a relationship at some point or another. And I'm sure, well, at least in my case, it was kind of an unwritten rule that Valentine's Day meant something. I don't know about you guys, but do you have any worst Valentine's Day stories that you're willing to share at least?
I mean, I already shared mine.
So, I right when like the online dating kind of first became its thing,
Mhm.
the girl that I had met some sort of pairing with on there, and we hung out a few times, and it was I literally I thought it was just sex
Mhm.
because we didn't call each other or text each other cute things or go, on an activity or an adventure. It was literally, hey, what are you doing tonight? So Valentine's Day rolls around, or near Valentine's Day rolls around, and homegirl comes over, and I could see that she has, something with her, not just herself. She brought something. There's an overnight bag kind of thing going on. I'm like, well, okay, what's going on there? And she went straight to my bathroom and apparently hid some lingerie in there and waited for the time to put it on. And
Okay.
handed me a Valentine's card. And I was like, sweet, right on. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
What?
I didn't get you shit.
Well,
I was like, I didn't know that was what we were. I thought, okay, yeah, you're really mad. Sorry.
she got mad because you had nothing for her?
Yeah, super mad. Stormed out. I thought we were a thing, and I was like, this is the weirdest dating situation I've ever been in that I didn't know I was in. Like, that's not. This isn't how I date people. This is definitely how I have sex with somebody on a some semi-regular basis, though.
Hmm.
And yeah, she stormed out of my house. I didn't talk to her for like 2 or 3 years, and then out of nowhere, we just kind of like reconnected again a couple years later. But that was the end of that story, really.
Well, but I
Just
mean,
oh, hey, you remember when you stormed out of my house that one time? That was pretty rad.
and you guys remain friends ever since?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I can look, it's easy to get wrapped up, especially on a daily Valentine's Day. It's easy to get wrapped up on whatever relations you're having with somebody. I mean, how many people are pretty much. Oh, he. Just watching Josh disappear from screen was just entertaining to me. I don't know why.
I
But
didn't realize my door was partially ajar.
oh yeah, no. You get into the passion of it. I mean, that's why people go out last minute to buy a gift because they didn't have any warning that the 14th was coming, and so
The grocery store this morning was ridiculous.
was everyone buying flowers and stuff?
Mhm.
I did,
Cards.
and cards.
Men,
Yeah.
women, children, old people, babies, everybody was in there.
Yeah, I went out earlier today,
Oh,
and
my wave, my coffee, get out of the way.
oh yeah, it's insanity over there that people do. You'd think by now people would remember that there's a calendar that exists and that their phone
Right?
exists and that hey, this thing is the thing that people actually care about. All right, well, what about the? Oh, see, I don't have. See, as for worst, I've been very fortunate to not have a terrible Valentine's Day. Luckily, I haven't had that one yet, or ever. Hopefully, I'll never have one. But much like Josh, I didn't have to think about Valentine's Day for like over a decade. So I haven't had to actually like worry about it ever, and so that makes it a little easier when you don't have to think about it for so long. But now here we are. We may have had a good experience. Maybe you don't have to go into detail of like how you guys, but did you have a very good experience? Did you have one that really stands out? That really kind of screams like, hey, this was probably this is one for the books. I'm gonna have to remember this one.
I would have to say my favorite Valentine's are when I'm by myself and I order a heart-shaped pizza and then just like get drunk. However, I can't do either of those things anymore.
Heart-shaped
But-
pizza. Okay.
You don't have heart-shaped pizzas there?
I don't know. Never ordered a heart-shaped pizza
There's
before.
like 3 different places that do heart-shaped pizzas.
I know they did the heart-shaped the cookie, like the giant cookie, right?
No, pizza. Heart-shaped pizza.
Okay, so heart-shaped pizza and alcohol.
Yeah. But I will say my boyfriend in high school one time rented a hotel room and like covered it with like rose petals. And I was like, this is too much. I'm uncomfortable. And I left.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, I think I was a real bad girlfriend, and a lot of things are making sense now. So
Well, well, it looks like that you're kind of low maintenance, and you don't want to have the pressure and kind of like the expectation of something like that.
Yeah.
Because when you do the flower petal thing, and you do the music, and you do the when you go above and beyond, there's an expectation. And I don't want to be the one that screws it up, like, oh, I did the wrong thing or said the wrong thing on a night that this person put this much effort in. Wow.
I mean, we banged on some rose petals, so that was cool, I guess. But like, but
I think I need to change the title of this this episode as we banged on some rose petals.
banged
pretty
on some
good.
rose petals. But yeah, I didn't like it, and that I'm glad I found that out young because I was like, this just really isn't for me. So yeah, I'm super low maintenance when it comes to that. Like I said, heart-shaped pizza. If you can find a vegan heart-shaped pizza, we're gonna be friends.
Cauliflower crusts.
Not cauliflower crust is not vegan.
It isn't?
No. It's gluten-free and it's keto, but it's like made with a shitload of eggs.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Okay. Good to know. What about you, Josh? Do you have one that I guess it just has to stand out like that? Not necessarily bad, but just has to stand out like.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was over the top, and I think a lot of people would have liked it. I just realized that I didn't like it.
Well, that's good. No, I totally appreciate that though. Yeah.
Well, as I've been sitting here thinking about it and going over, past relationships, I'm discovering that I'm not a great boyfriend in that I can't think of a single Valentine's where I was like, I'm going above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. I think you should always love your partner. But I have helped participate in somebody, I don't know, going over the top, I guess, in filling an entire bedroom full of red balloons with helium.
See, that would just freak me out.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened? Did
I don't
Pennywise
remember all
just?
of noon either, because don't give two 16-year-olds a tank of helium. Expect them to just fill balloons,
And
not
you-
their lungs,
guys-
repeatedly.
You guys did voices, didn't you?
Oh, of course. And at one point, it's not even for the voices; it's just for the head rush,
Oh.
and then that's not good.
Well, I guess my next question then is: then did the best gestures then happen outside of Valentine's Day? Do the best gestures happen other times of the year? Did you find that you found yourself most appreciative, or at least not even just appreciative, but just like, oh wow, this person went up, like did the thing that I was hoping for, but it never happened on Valentine's Day. It's always happened some other day.
Yeah, I mean, there's always like small gestures of love that
Mhm.
like are super unexpected. I think that there is just like a really big pressure for Valentine's Day to be like super perfect, and it's just another day. Like we could reaffirm your love for each other or like for each other.
There is probably like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Savannah, but like 4 or 5 years ago, you were feeling down, and I was just like, I'm sending this girl some flowers.
Aww.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it was just, it wasn't around. I don't believe it was around Valentine's. I think it was just,
Just a regular
It
day.
was right. Yep, that was, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about because I got a phone call at work that was like, hey, I have flowers at your house. Why aren't you here? And I was like, well, I'm at work. Who the fuck is sending me flowers? Because I was really mad because me and my then boyfriend had just broken up, and he was doing a lot of grand gestures to try and win me back over. So I was really mad. But then Josh, it was,
And then Josh just kind of fell into the trap. It's like, here's this grand gesture of flowers.
but I wasn't trying to win Savannah or win Savannah back. It was,
No.
friend
You were
meet
just trying to make her
brother.
feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
which I did.
Oh, good. Oh, mission accomplished then.
That was like 8 years ago, Josh.
Oh my God, you guys have known each other that long, huh?
We've known each other for 10 years now, probably.
10 years, and I think we've seen each other 3 times, 4 times.
It's been more than that.
It's a handful. It's a handful of
I
times.
don't know.
I mean, that's the problem with the internet is like it brings people together from all over the world. I mean, that's my problem, right? Like, like it's terrible. Like you meet like really cool people, but they just happen to not be in your backyard, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I think the best gestures, yeah, you're right, are the ones that don't feel forced, which is what happens on Valentine's Day. It's just a forced thing that makes people do stuff that, yeah, maybe romantic in idea, which is usually like, hey, a nice dinner, and you get your annual BJ or something, or whatever.
That's March 14th.
Oh, steak and a BJ day. That's right.
Steak and blowjob day that has been trying to catch on for 20-ish years, and it's just not catching on.
No, as well. No.
People in general just are not interested. There's like the alpha males, the chads that are really interested in it, and then that's about it.
I still see it trending online on March 14th. I mean, it's still a thing that people talk about, but I think more out of hate than it is out of acceptance. It's like, you're not getting a steak, you're not getting a blowjob.
Well, it's like people like just share it with like steak and blowjob day, but like know that they're not going to get either of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of those are just like basement dwellers. So
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, I look at it this way. Japan has it right. So on Valentine's Day, women give men chocolates. That's the tradition in Japan. On Valentine's Day, women get men chocolates. Then on March 14th, which is weirdly called White Day for some reason, men give women chocolates who they're romantically interested in or whatever. So there's like a give and take that isn't involving too much. There's no stake. There's no sexual act. It's just like, here's some chocolate, I love you type of deal. But I think for Valentine's Day, though, I'm going to give it the one argument where I feel like it is a necessary day. It's for those people who are busy or who have like lives where they're just like working 7 jobs and they're trying to keep life afloat. And they need that one day to be like, oh yeah, I'm with someone and I do love them. And I just haven't been able to find the time to show affection. And the world has given me this one day to be like, I'm cool to be able to do this. And so they do it and, whatever. And like they get their little thing on. But yeah, it for the most part, and for everyone else, it's just like, this is a stupid day. But I think it does make sense for those people who do have like those really weird lives where they just don't have the time to do anything. But
I can get behind that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I kind of want to wrap up the stream. It's hard to do it on a positive note because I notice I did a thing last week where I talked about how there are just an infinite number of more single people now. Singledom is just a thing. From your guys' perspective, and maybe this is a bit for Savannah, but like, is singledom just like the new reality? Is coupling just a thing of the past? Because it does seem to be there are so many more single people, based on articles that I read and whatnot and statistics.
I think that there is less of a pressure to be in a couple or like to be married, to be happy, like take the certain steps in life, go to college, get married, have a baby, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's great. I am very jaded right now,
mm-hmm.
for good reason, and I'm fine being single. And before this past relationship, I was single for a long time, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If I become the crazy spinster with too many dogs, so be it.
Okay, but you're not closed off to the idea, though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Tell you guys last week that I downloaded Bumble, and that is a wild fucking ride right there.
Yeah. Do you have any stories you'd like to share? Because I did OkCupid for a little bit. I did Tinder for a little bit, and then I did the Facebook dating for a little bit. And those are all, again, dudes approaching women first. And I know that Bumble's thing is women approach men first.
Yeah, so I've only attempted Bumble mostly because I don't think that I shouldn't say ready, but just that I maybe don't have the energy to put into something like that because I am really pissed off right now.
Sure. Sure. No, that's fine.
But no, I mean, no, I'm not against it, but yeah, no. Bumble is wild. What has happened, so I did a huge fundraiser for a rescue that I volunteer for. In the Midwest, there's something called Giving Hearts Day. It's this big regional, like, huge donate to charity-a-thon type thing.
Oh, nice.
And so I got a couple of my Bumble dates to donate to my rescue.
Nice. Okay. That's cool. Now, you said Bumble dates, so you've actually been on dates then.
I haven't been. One guy but it was just he was somebody I already knew.
That
So,
you happen to you happen to find on Bumble.
yeah, we matched. Like it was one of those like we were acquaintances, and then it was So
Yeah, I matched with some. I remember matching with some friends on Facebook dating. I'm like, that's weird.
I matched with a few friends on many of the dating sites, and I just giggle because I'm like, yeah, I already tried.
Well, I'm always surprised because it's like, this is not, people don't talk about their dating lives, right? Nobody talks about that stuff usually. But to kind of see them on there, it's like, oh, that's weird.
I have seen a lot of people I know because I've been in this damn town for way too long. But so some of them I'm like, I'm just gonna match with them for fun, and then they match with me, and I'm like, damn it. I don't, it's like I don't know if they're just doing it to joke around like I am, or if they're like actually like, hey girl, what's up? I just never initiate the conversation. I'm not very good at online dating either, you guys. Like I'm just not good.
I'm not either. I don't think any of us are. I mean, it's online dating it's a weird game to play because there's like this weird expectation and this weird. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because, well, Josh, you've been on it. You've been doing it for a while. Like, how would you explain online dating? Well, you haven't been recently, though, I don't think. Vain?
It's really, really vain.
That's true. That's true.
Like the whole swiping thing, especially the swiping thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, when you meet somebody in public, I mean, let's face it, our animal brains take over first, and you're attracted to that person or you're not, right? And it sucks because there are a bunch of people that you're missing out on just because your animal brain is the thing that acts first. So those swiping apps, I think, fuel that. And I'm guilty of it. I'm completely guilty of it. But I know that I'm fairly pretty picky. So,
I am similar. I am guilty of it too. However, I have found myself reading through people's profiles and being like, okay, maybe we can start a conversation.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, women have the pick of the litter. Pick anyone they want. That's why Bumble's so great because they have that extra bit of protection, I guess, because you have to ask, you have to talk first, you have to be the one that initiates the conversation. Us dudes, though, unless we have the most amazing profile pictures in the world and we have like a six-pack and, for some, I'm not saying for everyone, but like we have to look a certain way. And if we don't, the women on the other side don't care to fly back on you. Like there's no real interest. And I mean, I remember when I was doing it, I think you pick the like or swipe or whatever out of I'm pretty sure I did like 1,000. I think I got like 5 people to respond back to me out of like 1,000 swipes, right? But I'm sure Savannah is like inundated, or it could be, if she wanted to.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So here is what I have been doing, because I am like, I kind of almost want them to initiate the conversation, but I know that they can't. So what I've been doing is sending the Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi dropping down and saying hello there gif.
Yeah.
And only one person has answered it correctly, and that was with the General Grievous gif saying General Kenobi.
And it's great. That's such a wonderful way to really get someone who is into your stuff, into your interests.
Apparently nobody is. So.
Well, look, for us guys, we're scared. Dudes are scared when we have to go out there and send a message first, because anything we say can and will be used against us.
But that's no different than a million years ago when we would do the same thing at a bar.
But the difference between that
up onto somebody with that I'm totally gonna hit on this girl waltz, and right when you get there, like somebody is already there. They swoop in.
Yeah, but I think the
Or
difference
you
is
walk
that
up to spit some raps, and they're like, no.
well, what's your rap? What's your
Yeah, what's your
Yeah,
opening line?
have-
yeah, what's your
rap?
line?
I like tacos. How about you?
Nice shoes, wanna fuck.
Yeah, that's my line. No, it's do you believe in love at first sight, or do I have to walk by you again? But no, but I mean, yeah, no, yeah. It's. I think a million years ago, though. I think the biggest difference is pickup lines and spitting raps was new, and nowadays everyone's heard everything. I'm pretty sure Savannah's heard every line in the book by now from dudes.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and we don't know any better than to be like, like I found, for anyone who's doing the dating app thing, the only thing I found that as was actually super effective that got at least the most replies. I used to just say, "Hello, how are you?" as a response, as a first response. It doesn't work ever. So what you do is you do the profile thing, you look, and then you ask them a question based on their profile. And the moment you do that, you're more or less in. So like I remember one I said something to the effect of, "Oh wow, I really love." They mentioned like they went to this one museum. It's like, "Oh yeah, I really love going there. I remember this one event that happened there. When did you go last?" or something, or something to that effect, and that started the conversation. So I would recommend totally, ooh, to really go ahead and do that. Now I'm gonna. It looks like I've been neglecting the chat. Listener has a lot to say today. So I want to say some of the things that he wrote. He says, "I don't see how there are more singles. I see more and more married people, or at least in a relationship. The more and more I go out, the more I see, the more I realize that I am a lonely and single guy living in a world of couples." Oh, listeners, mate, you're not. I mean, yeah. I think we notice the things like when you buy that car, right? You buy that fancy car. You think like I bought an orange Mini Cooper, and I'm like, no one else has this car. Never gonna
And then
see
you
this car.
it everywhere.
And then I see it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh my God, everyone has my car. Like, everyone picked an orange Mini Cooper. Like, what is going on? And I think we have a tendency to do that when we're in the opposite thing. Because when I was, for the last 10 years, when I go out, that's all I saw too were couples. All I saw were married people. All I saw were families. And I'm like, I'm never going to have that. And I don't think that's true. I think at some point we'll get there. It just, unfortunately, we're just taking the longer route. I took a pretty long route. I'm pretty sure everyone's taking a pretty long route. We all take long routes to get where we need to go. But he also says, oh, jeez. He says, "I don't think any girl could use what I would say against me because I turn into Jerry Lewis and the absent-minded professor for Flavin." I have to do it in the accent, I guess. But yeah, right? It's weird when a woman approaches us. I mean, I have my notorious story that Josh is familiar with, where a woman approached me and it ruined a whole San Diego Comic-Con. It was rough, but
I mean, it ruined your Comic-Con.
it did. But I tried my best to make it good. I tried.
It put a damper. It put a damper on the rest of everybody. It's just not for anything but like, how can we help Francis out of this funk?
Yeah, and
I, not thinking about that the entire weekend. Here I am, like, hey Francis, let's do something on live Facebook or something, because I know you're totally want to do that right now.
we did it though.
I'm an asshole.
No, we did it though. It was
Yes, we
fun.
did do it, but I'm an asshole friend for letting me do it.
No, it's a good distraction. It's a good way to do the distraction thing. And I think that's why it works, is because you were good friend. You and Shelly were fantastic looking after me, babysitting me during San Diego Comic-Con. Thanks, guys. He said, "Why I grew this? This exists. This happened because of San Diego Comic-Con." Okay, so Listener's Mate is going to try a line on you here, Savannah. He says,
Okay.
"Hey, Savannah, are you a book in the library? Because I'm checking you out."
much heard everything. And even if I haven't, you're still going to get an eye roll from me or a really long, drawn out sigh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's all about being able to say General Kenobi, and then like, yeah, you're in that. There's, I can't believe I was about to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. There was some moisture there. Yeah.
So I have to say this.
Yeah.
I did send a GIF, and then he didn't say it, but he was just like, "Hey, haha," and then he said, "You're really sexy," like right out of the gate, just "You're really sexy."
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, "Have you ever heard the tale?"
Oh God! Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You know, hold on, I gotta find it.
Okay,
It's
because
really
I want to
good.
know what this. I want to know how you responded to. Hey, you're sexy.
So I sent the hello there. He said, "Good afternoon, Savannah. You're extremely sexy."
Oh jeez.
And then I said, "Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" And he said, "Haha, no." And I said, "I thought not." And then it just ended the conversation.
Oh, that's so
I
great.
typed out the whole damn thing.
I can imagine why I'm not doing well with this.
Oh, that's so
But at the
funny.
same time, like, how thirsty does somebody have to be to just come right out? And sentence number 2,
You're extremely sexy.
extremely sexy.
Hold on, that's all dudes. Are you kidding me? That's all dudes for the most part, except for us apparently, Josh. Because
I mean, I wait till like sentence 10.
yeah,
So all of my pictures are either wearing a hoodie or have a dog in it. Like, and so there's not really a lot of unless you're like into sweatshirts, I guess. But
well, I
There's
think
a hint for
I think men are taught to be like compliment her. That'll get her. Like tell her how hot she is. That'll totally get her interested. I think we're told that. I'm pretty sure we're told that.
I don't think anybody's ever told you that. And if it is, it's another man.
Well, yeah, it is another man. I mean, look at the what do you call it? The red pill Chad dude man
Oh my god.
places. I mean, that's kind of how they approach dating and how they approach relationships. Is like, tell her she's hot, because if she's hot, she's hot, man. Like, yeah, okay. Like, I guess so. If I have to, I'll tell her she's hot. But that's kind of the that's kind of the workaround. Now, for the most part, I mean, I'm not. We're all by ourselves this Valentine's Day. Are we treating ourselves in any way as we wrap this up?
I bought myself some Ben and Jerry's
Nice.
and a new NA beer called Nah.
It's just called nah.
Nah.
Like no. Oh, like nah. Like actually
NaH.
nah. Oh. Is it because of its
Yeah.
salt content?
No, because it's non-alcoholic.
Oh, I thought it was.
H.
Yeah.
N-A-H.
Oh,
Nah.
NaH. Oh,
Yeah, I
non-alcoholic.
could've turned it, but yeah, no, it's
Oh.
so it is a pink guava sour, and it's out of Minneapolis. But it's an NA beer, and I'm treating myself.
Very nice.
And I have tomorrow off, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna get wild tonight and play some Switch.
Woo, what game?
I've been playing a lot of Katamari.
I love that game. It's such a great game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a download on the Switch, so it's basically a reboot of the original. So
Oh, look, as long as it has the song in it, I'm down.
Japanese game of like, what was that, 2006 or something like that?
Yeah. And all you did was roll over stuff. That was awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I bought myself a family pack of Oreos and have been demolishing that over the past like 2 days.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing
I
wrong with
too
that.
have been eating a lot of Oreos. But I'm only vegan.
I miss from a couple years ago the most stuff Oreos that only had like 12 in there, but they gave you like 4 times the amount of cream in every cookie.
They still make those.
Yeah, I think it's called Mega Stuffed though now, isn't it? Mega Stuffed.
No,
Yeah.
mega stuff
Mega.
is different than the most stuff.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
The mega stuff was almost too much for me though.
Yeah,
Like you're like, all right, this is awesome for like 2 cookies, and then you're like, okay.
Right. So the most stuff Oreos was 2 mega amounts of cream together.
Yikes.
I might. That's just so much cream. There's just so much cream. Oh my goodness. Like, how do you even eat that much? Oh man, no. I need the regular Oreo. If we're
I
gonna-
mean, you do it with like a root beer, maybe a Dr. Pepper or something.
Mm.
You know, to just enhance the sweetness. Maybe a Pepsi if you really want to go for the sweetness, or a Mountain Dew.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Pepsi is just pure sugar and cheese. All right. Well, that's cool. That's a good way to do it. I haven't done anything yet for myself. I really should. I'm actually thinking of
Try
going out
yourself
after
a
the
heart-shaped
show.
Pizza.
Heart sheet pizza, here we come. Oh yeah. If they have one, I don't know. I'd have to find out who makes them. I don't know who makes the heart shaped pizza.
I know Papa Murphy's out here anyway, the take and bake place. They
Mhm.
they did one, and I think
Okay.
Domino's probably does one.
Monstrous Pizza. Is that near you?
No.
Big Al's Pizzeria.
Okay, so it's all the mom and pop shops that do the heart shaped pizzas. It sounds like, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
I just googled your city, so that's all I
It-
know.
I'll have to. Yeah, maybe. I've never heard of those places. I'll have to look because. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. But yeah, Papa Murphy's makes one, and it's usually just like a standard pepperoni,
Mhm.
and it's like $7 or something like that. So,
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good, actually.
and like I don't know, I like Papa Murphy's.
So there you go,
They-
ladies and
Something
gentlemen.
there that has sunflower or palm in Papa Murphy's.
I think it's their
this.
their butter because it's vegan, so it's probably palm oil.
I didn't discover this until I was like 4 or 5 slices in
Oh no.
and needed Benadryl, but I was also 4 or 5 beers deep. And Benadryl and beer in my body is a roofie.
Ah,
I think that's a roofie for a lot of people.
yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Once I realized that I roofied myself, I told my female friend that I was with, I was like, "Hey, I just gave myself a roofie. You should totally take advantage of me."
And then she brought you home and put you
No.
to bed.
No, we were already at a home. And no, she just made sure I didn't die.
Which is good. I mean, that's
Still nice.
It's great. Yeah, I just,
I mean, of course, only from a man's mouth would that come out of it, right? Like, yeah, I'm about to pass out. Just have your way with me. I'll keep it up somehow. Don't worry about it. Well, yeah, okay.
It's that slippery slope of consent right there.
It's all good. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for joining me on this lovely Valentine's Day live stream.
This was super fun. Thank you for having
Yes.
us.
Yeah, and I hope that people weren't freaked out by that decapitated body behind Savannah the entire time, you know?
Well, I mean, here, I can unblur it. It's already unblurred, I realize, but we'll just turn it off.
There you
How's
go.
that? There you go.
Look at that. She even has boobs.
When you guys make clothes for yourself, I want to see you not use a mannequin bust.
I
Mm.
don't know. One day, well, look, one day, I know Josh is already cosplaying as Deadpool, but I don't think you made any of your stuff, right? You purchased most of your
No.
things. Yeah.
No, everything was purchased at like the army surplus or Etsy or the like.
Yeah, see, when I do mine, I'm just pious. I'll just commission someone to do it for me. Hey, Savannah, you doing any commissions?
Well, in the future, yes.
Oh, wow.
I need to buy. Well, I need to buy a new house first because right now all of my sewing stuff is in the basement, and as you know, it was flooding all last summer. So
Yeah.
nothing's ruined. It's just a mess down there. So.
But that's cool. Okay. Well, I think I'll be cosplaying when the next convention comes out. But whenever that is. Yeah, well, it's not Wonder. I read it. I didn't see the San Diego Comic-Con one. I didn't see that note, but
No, that one hasn't come yet.
Oh.
But I'm saying it came from San Diego International.
Oh yeah.
And the WonderCon cancellation letter was, I read it. I mean, it's not super grim, but it was kind of grim. It was just in the sense of, we made no money last year, so we can't really afford to do it this year. Plus COVID, so 2 days of a digital convention.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well.
Like it's amazing how many shows ran off of their prior year's revenue.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. That makes total sense to me. It's the conventions. There's too many of them. That's not a profit maker anymore. But anyway, that's for conventional wisdom, a show that doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh man, the good old days. All right, so as we go, Josh, Savannah, why don't you tell the folks what show we're all a part of, as well as your deets on where they can find you.
Savannah, please go first.
Well, it's Josh's show. I'm just part of it. But you can find me on Twitter, Master of Raptors, all one word. That's me.
And you can find me on Twitter at 303_ninja. And you can check out the podcast that the three of us are on. It's the Points of Interest podcast, the most generic podcast on the internet. Hopefully soon to be doing it on this vehicle in the future.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! All right, guys. SincerSarcasm.net for everything. We're going to get out of here. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks very much for hanging out. If you're coming on after the fact, welcome. This will be
on time.
This will be a show. This will be an episode on the feed at SincerSarcasm.net for Online Friend Simulator. So go ahead and check it out there. And finally, just if you want to send us a note, ofsshow@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Happy Singles Awareness Day, Valentine's Day. Remember, only 2/3 of us are single because that's how it is. I'm just the weirdo. That's still single anyway because they're far away. I'm all alone. I'm so alone. All right, bye, guys. We'll talk to you all next time. Peace.